This video is for the girlies who like girlies. We're going through 10 Sapphic date ideas. Technically a part 2, but you don't have to watch them in order, doesn't matter. So you finally asked her on a date, well done. Or you're going back for date number 2, which again, well done. Maybe you don't even have a girlfriend, but you're just watching this video so you can save it and write notes. I personally think us gays put a lot more effort into our little date ideas. If you want to win over a girl's heart, you just gotta show her that you're really into her and you've thought about the experience that you're gonna do. Hey, and welcome back to the gay side of the internet, and welcome to another 12 Gays of Christmas video. I make videos every second day during December. It's really fun and really festive and really gay. So if you are searching for some gay videos, maybe you clicked on this one and you're seeing me for the first time, subscribe, because there's more like this that I've made in the past and there's more like this coming in the future. So join the fam. The first thing I had written down was geocaching. I don't know if you guys know what that is, but if you're new to that word, that's okay. It's basically like this secret little game, which I'm not actually sure if I'm supposed to talk about it. But anyway, there is an app where you can find geocaches in any city, any town, anywhere really. They're all over the world. They're like these little fun little things that you get hints to go and find out in the wild. Sometimes they're small little containers where you can like write your name on to say that you found it, or sometimes they're bigger containers where you can put something in and swap for something else out, like a little toy or something. I love it because it gets you exploring different areas. It's fun because they're hidden in plain sight. Usually the geocaches aren't noticeable by normal people walking past, and you have to find them without letting other people know you're looking for something. It's like a secret, don't let anyone know. It gives you guys a lot of space to get to know each other because you have space to talk, and it's not in some sort of environment where you're too focused on a task where you can't talk, if you know what I mean. Like, you go to the movies on a first date, you can't talk to them. Not a good idea. Geocaching, good idea. Sorry, I totally forgot. The best part about this date idea is that it's free. You don't have to go to cafes and stuff if you don't want to, but the app itself to find these is free. There is a premium upgrade to find more, but there are definitely free ones there. So if you want something cheap or non-existent monetary wise, great date idea. So for us girlies who are 18 plus or 21 plus in the US, next one on my list is making cocktails, whether that's at home or going out to a cocktail making class. I put this one in because recently I went to a cocktail making class for one of my friends' hen's night, and it was so fun. I imagine doing that on a date would also be equally as fun. You do have to plan ahead a little bit because if you're drinking a lot of cocktails in a short amount of time, you can't necessarily drive somewhere else, you know? So you have to plan that out. But if you were to do it at home, then she can stay at your house or you can stay at hers or whatever. And you can have a little fun. No, this one's great because you're bonding over the experience of making something new together. We love that. But also liquid courage. Who doesn't love a little drink to like get the flirtatiousness going, right? I certainly lent on that when I was going on any dates, actually. I was just thinking back to one of the girls who I went on a couple dates with. We definitely went to a few drinking places, and it just calms you down. The vibe's right. I love it. And side note on the pricing for this one, I think we paid $65 for the class that I did the other weekend. And that was pretty good considering you got 3 cocktails. And if a cocktail was $20, 20, 40, 60, that's, yeah, $5 for the guys' knowledge of how to make them. But you can definitely do it at home. You could look up YouTube videos on how to make the cocktails. For the cocktails that we had at this class, I really liked. They were really yummy. We had a daiquiri. I think we had a margarita, obviously. And then what was the other one? Hang on, I wrote it in my notes, didn't I? A Midori sour. All really girly drinks, but all really, really nice. I really love this third idea, and that is going to a flower farm. This one, again, super cheap. I don't even think you have to pay to get in there. Imagine fields filled with flowers, whether it's sunflowers, tulips, lavender, etc. And you take like cute little photos in there. You can have a picnic there, super relaxed. I'm sure you've seen photos on Instagram of like people in flower fields. That is the vibe I'm talking about. You can add on to this date as much complexity or as little as you want. Like I said, you could do a picnic or you could do dessert or you could make a little lunch or something, or you could do that and then go somewhere else. Like, that is an easily stackable one. This little flower on my pocket is a violet, and it's one of the ones that Sappho talked about in her poems. And I actually have one of Sappho's poems here on the sleeve. You can get this limited edition Sappho long sleeve tee on my merch store. Support the channel, support the series, grab some merch below, 12 gays for 10% off. And yeah, where my game is at. And by gamers, I mean I really love playing Minecraft. But anyway, the next one written down I have is online games. Whether that is playing together in the same house or remotely, like you're at your house and they're at their house, or maybe you're in a long distance relationship. This is a really good one for that. But playing online games, whether it's Minecraft, whether it's RuneScape, whether it's whatever you kids play these days, I don't know, Roblox. There's so many games out there on Steam, and a lot of the time there are sales and you can get them for cheap. This is a great way to have a long distance, but also just do something fun. Sometimes you just want to beat them or team up together and solve something. Make yourself some little snacks to eat while you're playing. This one is for anyone at any stage of a relationship, I think. You can be freshly getting to know each other and play games, or you can be in a long-term relationship and play games. I love playing Minecraft with my girlfriend. When we have like little Minecraft date nights, I love that. It's fun. Which leads me to my next idea, and that is board games. Classic, right? But there are so many good two-player games out there right now. You can go super classic and get something like Scrabble, right? It's a bit of a challenge for two people, but is fun. I actually got this board game for me and girl pal called Fog of Love, and it's like a role-playing game, something I'm totally not used to playing, but it's completely different to what we're used to, and that was sort of the idea, play something new. Also, you can kind of sneak this into inviting your friends for like double dates as well, so then you have more people and you can play different types of games. Again, this one is like probably no money. You probably have board games somewhere in some cupboard sitting in your house or your mum's house. Like, I know that you have board games. You can even ask your friend to borrow some. It's super accessible, and that is why I love this one. I don't know what number we're up to, but the next is a beach day. Personally, one of my favorites. I love going to the beach with girl pal. Sometimes we take the boogie board. Sometimes we don't. I've been surfing recently, and that's really fun. Or like trying to surf anyway. Go for a swim together, go for a walk on the beach together, make it around lunchtime, get some chippies, don't feed the seagulls, get some ice cream after. There's lots of little things you can do around this one, but also if you just want to go to the beach, then $0 again. Why do I like this one so much? I think I like it because I just like being outside, and it's sort of more low key. Like, you're just hanging out with each other instead of like the pressure of it being labeled as a date. It's more of a relaxed hangout thing, and that is why I like it. I believe this is number 6. I could be wrong. Editing Lauren will fix it up. And that is a sporting event, but for women's sport. Women's sport has a lot of gays in it. Like, there's soccer. I went to a date to the FIFA with girl pal, and I actually made a video on it. I'll put it in the description if you want to watch us experience women's soccer for the first time. But that was so cool and so affirming to just see other women play sport like that. We just had a really good time. Whether it's soccer, baseball, basketball, women's AFL, pick a sport. Go and watch it, even if you're not a sport person. I don't really watch sport on TV or in person, but that I really enjoyed. Speaking of being active, next one, bouldering. Or rock climbing, basically the same thing, right? Unless people who do that would probably argue differently, right? I don't know. I've seen a lot of gays do this. I've also seen PewDiePie do this, and I really want to do it too. It just looks really fun, and I think this one is more suited to if you know each other a little bit more already, because this one would bring out the competitive side. So if you want something a little more adrenaline / competition inclined, like, this is a good one. Plus, you can wear singlets and show off your muscles. My second last one is a classic. I will say it is a classic, but I haven't done it, despite it being a classic. It might be different for you guys in the US, I'm not sure. Maybe it's because we don't have a lot of ice skating rinks. But the next one is ice skating or rollerblading, roller skating, whichever one you want to do. You see it in the movies all the time. It's a fun activity. It's a chance for you to both laugh at each other, but also it's one of those ones that would work if you were going on like one of your first dates, because you can bond over doing something or failing to do something together. If you know what I mean? Let your guard down. Be silly. It's totally okay. Be goofy. And that brings us to the last date idea, and that is going to see a live show. Whether that is theatre, a comedy show, concerts, plays, musicals, that kind of thing. I put this on the list because I've gone a couple of times with Gal Pal to things, and I'm not like a theatre person, but the few plays that I've gone to with her and the comedy things, they were really good, and I really enjoyed it. Like, I surprised myself with how much I liked it. She's totally into theatre world, so that's why she loves that. But me as someone who isn't, I loved it to the point where I've organised for us to go do things instead of her organising it. Sometimes these can be expensive if you're going to see like a musical or a concert, but sometimes the smaller like fringe type plays and theatre things aren't. And it's a good way to support people as well. There's also heaps of things that are LGBT specific as well. I went to a comedy show that was for the gays, and I really liked that. Besides having a great time on the date, it made me feel really at home being surrounded by a bunch of other gay people. So that is something you might find affirming to you and your partner, to be in the space with other gay people as well. We saw this play that was about an older lesbian couple who was going through a divorce. And I still think about that play. It was just really good, okay? So go and try something new. And that's it. Now you're free to go on your dates. Let me know if you've already been dating. What was the best date you've ever been on? Because, you know, somebody might want to steal your idea. Don't forget to check out merch. You can go and watch the last one. If you haven't seen that date idea video, go get some more ideas. And I'll see you in the next video in 2 days.